It's a hot day here in Carlsbad, California. This is the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa, a place renowned for some great tennis. And this is the match between the defending champions, the Orange County Breakers, taking on the San Diego Aviators here. 2018 World Team Tennis presented by Geico. I'm Ben Ricardo. It's a delight to be with you. With me, my sidekick, the man that's going to give you all his expert commentary, Leaf Shires. Leaf, it's a pleasure.
It's a huge night. Two California teams, a vital match right at the halfway point of the season.
Exactly. So let's take a look at the standing. Philadelphia Freedoms have been the surprise. 5-1. They beat the Breakers at home, snapping the 13-game winning streak there at home. And then look at that lineup right there.
That's right. The Castles with a win tonight over the Empire. The Empire still looking for their first win, but the Castles have really put some pressure on the Aviators to get the win, to keep in a tie for second.
And you can see right there, one game, it keeps them apart between the Aviators and the Breakers. So that's why it is so important, this particular match. Let's take a look at the Wilson lineup. For the Breakers, you got Yanina Wickmeyer, Andrei Klepach, Kevin King, Marcelo de la Monier.
Yeah, the Breakers are a strong side. The Aviators, though, tonight it's Coco Vandeweghe playing singles and doubles alongside Annalena Grunewald. We'll see if Coco can give them a big push. Marcus Willis, Marcin Matkowski.
A little psychology here in the lineup that they end up choosing to start out. John Lloyd picking the order to play, and there you have it right there.
Yeah, he's got the doubles first, mixed, women's, and then the men's, and he's going to come down the stretch with the singles. Coco Vandeweghe's going to set it up for Matkowski. A little surprised to see Matkowski playing singles tonight, and you wonder whether Willis is not 100%.
Yeah, because I thought Marcus Willis was playing so well, and I thought he was on the run for the MVP the way he was playing. So that's the lineup. The setting is absolutely perfect. Don't go away. We got some great tennis coming up for you. We'll be right back.
I woke up in Memphis and told people about Geico. How they could save 15% or more, but by just calling or going online to geico.com. Sorry, are you gonna... Every time.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves.
Of wins for the history books.
And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
A tennis league built on innovation, passion, and respect moves into the digital video age. For the first time, fans around the globe can stream every match from the World Team Tennis season on our new channel, WTT.tv, completely free. Watch major champions,
Incredible point.
and rising stars come together to compete for the coveted King Trophy.
So many great points in this one.
This summer, watch the entire season at WTT.tv, presented by Geico.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Wilson. Get the best gear in the game. By DecoTurf, official tennis court surface of World Team Tennis and the official surface of the U.S. Open since 1978. By Forevermark. Less than 1% of the world's diamonds are worthy of the Forevermark inscription. Forevermark, a diamond is forever. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
It is the 43rd season of WTT Tennis, and WTT, one of only 5 leagues that have been in existence for over 40 years in this country. So it's going to start out with mixed doubles, presented by Geico. World Team Tennis, WTT, presented by Geico. We should have a great night. We're going to start out with mixed doubles, and we're going to get Marcelo de la Monier Andrea Klepacz, Marcin Matkowski, and Lily Goldfeld. So let's talk about the format there, Lee.
Yeah, I mean, this is what sets World Team Tennis apart from any other competition in tennis. A little something for everyone. Singles, doubles, men's and women's, and of course mixed doubles. Doubles is a key. 3 sets. Most of the tennis is doubles, so it's important you play well there. Sets are to 5 games, 9-point tiebreaker at 4-game all. It could be decided by a single point, like each game could be decided by a single point. As we know, the home team coach sets the
And
orders
folks,
of
do
play.
not let your eyes deceive you. Leaf, they can play Let's.
That's right. Lets are in play, like junior tennis, like college tennis. And if a player's having a bad night, the coaches might just say, all right, we're going to sub you out. I had it done to me in Philadelphia when Jimmy Connors was hammering me. They put in Larry Stefanki. He got hammered. Connors was tough. Cumulative game scoring. Every game you play counts to the game score at the end of the match. So even if you're losing, you've got to stay focused and keep winning games.
Jimmy Connors and I have a lot in common. Both married to playmate centerfold.
No. Is that all? I mean, that's a pretty good start.
I'm a righty, he's a lefty. That's where it is.
That's a pretty good start, though, Benny. I like
That's where it totally is. But the only thing, you have to sleep with the same centerfold month.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right, so we're ready for that. Then you got Rick Leeds, the coach. Rick Leeds, coach of Orange County, synonymous with tennis. A renowned coach, a renowned player, great doubles player.
Yeah, one of the few guys in the league who won it as a player with the St. Louis Aces back in '96 and as a coach. Interestingly enough, one of the other guys who knew it is John Lloyd, who won it as a player for the LA Springs, I believe it was. And he's also coached the Aviators to the title. So a couple of unique coaches who played and coached in a great way in this league.
And it's interesting in this format, Lee, that these guys have to know talent. And they have to know who can play. Willis has been a great find for this Aviator team. Here's a guy they lost, they knew that they were only going to have Taylor for like, what, two matches, and then they came up with Willis, and Willis has risen to the occasion. The lefty, really, I mean, you watch that ball. It's a very lively ball that he hits. Causes a lot of problems for opponents. He's done a great job for them.
Yeah, and I think he enjoys the pressure. He enjoys the big stage. He proved that at Wimbledon in 2016. Came through the pre-qualifying, the qualifying, and it took on Roger Federer in the second round. So he likes the big moments, and he delivered last night. He won the final set 5-1 for the Aviators, and that helped him clinch the match. So we're up the 5 freeway.
We're going to start the night with mixed doubles. It's going to be Marcin Matkowski, the former UCLA Bruin, that's going to start off, and we're going to get a surprise here, seeing him play singles. We know he's a great doubles player. We're going to see him in singles. Matkowski to serve. And the feathery touch of Matkowski at the net.
Good return by Klepacz, forced Matkowski to play the half volley. And even if you're a former top tenor like Matkowski was, a half volley can be a tricky play. You've got to adjust your feet, get organized, get on balance. Steered it cross court, and it was good enough.
Second serve. Going to the backhand. Great inside out right there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad volley, was it? Matkowski put it on the baseline. Demoulinaire on his back foot delivered a clean strike.
He's a tall guy. That's not an easy shot for a tall guy down there by his toes. Matkowski to serve, 1-1. And Elena Grunefeld showing you her big overhead.
Gruneveld's also tall, 5'11". Good hands. She's good in defending the lob. She went back nicely there.
And she's a calming factor for this team. A great experience, 16 titles, WTA. Matkowski was out here hours hitting that serve.
Yep, sweet strike. And that's where you have to steer your attack. If you're the man in mixed doubles, you've got to challenge the woman across the net, see if she can deal with your pace. And that's just what he did. I mean, it's nothing personal. This is just tennis, but you've got to test the woman.
It measures 36 by 78. Who's in front of it? Doesn't matter. Hit it in that spot. And running around that backhand is Matkowski, and that forehand takes off on him.
All right, folks, let's get loud right here.
Yeah, he tried to get around it. It was a good return from Klepash. So a little bit of pressure on the Aviators here in the opening game. Down a break point.
2 serving 3. Great job by Matkowski placing that serve right down that tee and spinning away from the Brazilian de Molinier. And Atlanta Gronefeld puts it away.
Now here is a deciding point. No ad scoring in these games. Pressure is a privilege, and it's happening now at the very start.
Watch Matkowski go right down the tee. Just missed.
You're in his head, Benny.
Second serve. And good kicking serve right there by Matkowski. Causing some problems for de Molinier. The Aviators get on the board.
Yeah, that was a big return. Obviously, de Molinier had hurt, the Aviators with the forehand, get it into the backhand. Yeah, he's the tallest guy on the court. Marcelo is 6 feet 3 inches.
Big serve down that tee going to the backhand of Annalena.
Yeah, Marcelo's really established himself this year. 29 years of age, he had never made the inroads he has. He won his first title in doubles on the ATP Tour. That was on a grass court in Antalya in Turkey.
A great setup right there by the serve. De Molinier places Matkowski wide, and that gives a chance for his partner there, Klepash, to come in and put it away. That's what we call dotting the I, crossing the T's. It's not coming back.
Now one more ball back in play, and it paid off for the Aviators.
And folks, if you missed that shot at home, now you can't feel bad, because you just saw Klepash, last year's MVP of the women's, missed that what seemed like a little nothing volley.
Yeah, she was one of the main reasons why the Breakers took it home. I mean, look at the confidence she displays. She's right on top of the net. She has a sense about where to be at the right times. And then she's able to finish up there. She's not afraid of the ball. I like to see players, particularly women, who don't back off when there's pace coming at her. She does a good job with that.
3-1, the Breakers. Second serve. Boy, if there's a sport where a bad memory actually helps you, it's tennis. Forget about it.
You learn more from losing, they say. I was one of the best, smartest players you ever knew.
I believe it. And a great return by Adelina Gronefeld, the 6'3". De Molinier had to get way, way down, and his toenails got in the way.
Wasn't a bad move. He got down there. He just didn't get his racket face under the ball. Didn't generate enough upward motion from below.
3-2. What a beautiful inside-out forehand right there. Annalena Gronefeld.
Yeah, and I think everyone in the place was expecting a cross-court into Klepash. Gronefeld crossed everyone up, went down de Molinier's line, and there is a lot of wisdom in that. Obviously, the man's going to be pinching to the middle, help protect. Instead, left that space down the line open. Deciding point.
3-3. What a return, Matkowski! That ball came back faster than it got to him. No deposit, no return. What a beautiful, beautiful shot.
No, he did make the return. There was a return, Benny.
Boy, what a return that was.
I mean, the timing was great. And again, he just had a sense the ball was there. Look at how early he's on top of the bounce. And he's one of the most powerful guys on the ATP.
And no backswing. Gronefeld to serve. Matkowski misses it, and a good return by Klepash goes right to the forehand of Matkowski. Second serve. And goes to the backhand of the Demolier. All kinds of trouble with that. Good kick to the outside.
Yeah, and that's a nice place to attack. If your opponent has a one-handed backhand, he's going to like it in the pocket, right around the waist. If he can get it up high, that's where it's a little trickier for the one-hander to control it. Ask Roger Federer. He had some issues with that when Rafa was getting that one up high to his one-hander.
A great backhand up high over his ear and brings it straight down. Good racket preparation on that shot.
You could understand what Greneville was trying to do, you know, but it got up a little high. She was hoping just to keep it down low.
And another. She's definitely has her eyes set on the backhand, up high on Demolinev. That's kind of the Achilles heel of the one-hand backhand.
You got a little French in you, don't you? You're getting that name right. That's good, Demolinev.
Second serve. We're at 2-2. And with Annalena Groeneveld, she realizes double faults are part of the game. She goes for it. And that's something you have to do, especially in mixed double.
Here we go.
Groeneveld twice now. She has gone to the backhand of de Lemonnier. So let's see if she goes there again. And look at that beautiful, beautiful volley. Klepash depositing in the air that I call the AM/PM. Those little short angles, they're open 24 hours, folks. All you have to do is find them.
2-1 in this first set.
I'm not sure that was completely intentional, but you know, it's a nice way to challenge your opponent to move forward.
And the breakers are on the board. It is now 2-1. 1-2 serving. Wanted the line, did not get it.
Here we go. It's good to have a short memory in team tennis. Okay, you get broken, put it behind you. Let's get down to business and start attacking. Klepach's serve, and obviously for the breakers, they got the break back. Let's hold serve.
AM/PM open 24 hours. I'm telling you, you find that little short corner, money. You can get whatever you want right there. And they just showed a Hawkeye replay prior to that. It is 1-1. Almost an incredible shot by the Demolier at the net. Demolier.
And we should probably mention now, it's Hawkeye Live, meaning we have 12 cameras posted around there. It's making all the line calls. There are no lines people out here tonight except for the chair umpire.
Just miss it again. Good play right there by Matkowski, breaking the rhythm of de Molinaire and Klepash on that. 1-3. Annalena Groeneveld to return.
And Benny, there are also 6 cameras to call foot faults. Yep, and that voice you heard was actually a computer-generated voice. There are no lines, people. For the women's singles matches, we have a female voice.
Here we go.
Here's a look. The computer will show you what it saw.
And it is out. Hawkeye does not miss.
Hawkeye calls.
And there are no challenges out here today because the Hawkeye system is making the call.
So it is 2-3. Klepash to serve. Second serve. And there's that female voice that we was talking about, calling a fault.
Another break.
And it is now 3-1 with the home team, the Aviators, in front of the defending champion Breakers. We'll be back with more right after this.
You have the power of the best realtors. You get the same.
cost of family time activities getting you down?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org to find out which park or forest is closest to your family.
Acorns are not real currency, but that's okay because parks or forests are either free or super affordable. It's a truly economical way for the whole family to enjoy each other's company and bond beyond the confines of concrete buildings and rush hour.
Back at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa, what a difference 15 minutes makes in the weather. Now it is absolutely perfect. Big serve right there by Matkowski going wide. It is 1-0.
Yeah, that sun goes down. You feel like the temperature drops about 20 degrees. It is absolutely perfect conditions for tennis. Well, you live down here. You know what it's like.
Oh, no, I love it.
It's so sensational.
See if he goes wide to the backhand.
That's where they've had trouble.
Up high on that backhand of Marcelo Di Molina.
And he hasn't really made any adjustments. You know, he's letting the ball come to him.
What can he do, though?
Well, I think he's got to either take it early or step back and let the ball drop into his strike zone. But he's going to have to deal with that tonight.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, this one is going to get away from the breakers quickly.
And a big, big serve by Matkowski, the former UCLA Bruin. It is 3-0. Second serve.
There's the net court ace. And Matkowski actually raised his hand in the faux apology, we call it, when you raise your hand. Sorry, but you're happy. You're happy you got it.
You shouldn't smile when you make that sincere apology.
That's right.
And it is now 4-1. And wouldn't this be a huge win for the Aviators, the home team Aviators, to start it off against the defending champion Orange County Breakers.
Yeah, they played last night. Mixed doubles was first out. Matkowski and Grunewald won that set 5-3. And here they're even a little bit better, possibly.
De Molinaire to serve. And a great serve to set that up. Tremendous kick that time. That was a Secretariat 31 length type of kick on that serve. 1-0. Matkowski taking that ball in the middle, that tweener, that right in the very middle of the court. Tough to get any angle from there.
Well, you always want the player generally with the forehand to take that middle spot. Female or male, that's usually the stronger shot. Matkowski tried to cover it.
And again, two consecutive big serves down the tee by De Molinaire on Annalena Grunewald. That gives him a chance to come in with that big overhead.
Yeah, and that's the challenge for the women this evening, is dealing with the pace and the spin coming from the men's rackets.
Matkowski with a brilliant return. Had to go way wide to get that. Annalena Grunewald not able to handle that volley.
Yeah, but you have to like the move, you know. Even if it's Grunewald making the move, even if they're behind in the score and lose the point, oftentimes the point you play can send a message. And that message can be, hey, you can't get away with just putting the ball in the middle. You know, apply a little bit of pressure.
Absolutely, and this is a Geico timeout. Time for the coaches to talk it up. Rick Leach, John Lloyd talking to his troops. Bringing him a little water.
Breakers talking to his team.
We get a 4-1. I mean, what do you say to the Breakers?
Well, for John Lloyd, I'm sure he's saying, hey, let's do what we're doing. Let's just make sure we take care of our serve here. I think they're just getting their communication in order. When to cross, when to make the right moves. And the Breakers are like saying, hey, let's find a way back. Let's get the first point of the game. That'll trigger something good happening.
A Geico timeout. Now it's time to let her rip, and it is 4-2. Annalena Grunewald to serve. Tremendous serve by Annalena Grunewald, attacking the forehand of Cliffhanger.
1-0.
Yeah, in the modern game, you have to be able to attack out wide, whether it's in the loose court or the pad. It opens up the court. It gives you court to hit into, with singles or doubles.
And good adjustment. He turned his ankle, though. De Molinaire turning his ankle as he adjusted himself to hit that backhand, went down the line. He had been trying to return that cross-court, Leaf.
Yeah, that's right. Made a good move there. I mean, he's got to start converting that, knocking it down. Otherwise, it's going to be a good day for the Aviators.
Beautiful location of that serve. Last time she went wide. Now she comes right down the deep club match, feeding Matkowski.
And Matkowski may be a rookie in World Team Tennis, but he is a veteran all the way. A nice move again. Dominate that middle of the court. I mean, good doubles teams dominate the middle. They'll allow you to beat them occasionally up the line where the net is higher, the risk is greater to make that shot.
And Annalena Gonifeld attacking the backhand of the man from Brazil, Marcelo de Molinaire. So right there, 3-1 now. Annalena Gonifeld to serve. They lead 4-2 in overall games. Remember, folks, all games count. You're never out of it. WTT at its finest. And Clefat sprays that. That's it. 5-2, and the Aviators take the mixed doubles.
Aviators win the first set of the night, 5.
So a great performance. I thought Annalena Gonifeld really brought her game up. She looked phenomenal. John Lloyd there talking his truth. So a great way for the whole team, the Aviators, to get up and win that one 5-2. We'll be back with more right after this.
Worth $50 for our Aviator shop box.
Still nervous about finding a new apartment?
Yeah, but popping these things really helps me relax. Please don't. I'm saving those for later.
At least you don't have to worry about renter's insurance. Just go to Geico.com.
Geico helps with renter's insurance. It's good to know.
Been doing it for years.
That's really good to know. I'll check them out.
Get to know Geico and see how easy homeowners and renters insurance can be.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves.
Of wins for the history books.
And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
A tennis league built on innovation, passion, and respect moves into the digital video age. For the first time, fans around the globe can stream every match from the World Team Tennis season on our new channel, WTT.tv, completely free. Watch major champions,
Incredible point,
and rising stars come together to compete for the coveted King Trophy.
So many great points in this one.
This summer, watch the entire season at WTT.tv, presented by Geico.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big Jay.
WTT presented by Geico. We're here at the beautiful Omni La Costa Resort and Spa. I'm Ben Ricardo from England Shires. What a surprise right there, right off the The Aviators come out and take it at home, 5-2.
Yeah, the Aviators showed in the mixed double just how strong they are. That might be one reason they make a season run here, perhaps winning another title. Marcus Willis looks like he might not be 100%. He's not playing singles tonight, at least he's not scheduled to. Remember, they can change that, or they can substitute in should things not go well for Matkowski in the final event. But we'll see how that goes. See what John Boyd has got. He's got a few aces up his sleeve or something.
Yes, and of course, one of the things that coaches can recognize is great chemistry. And in the part of Matkowski and Gronefeld right now, their chemistry is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And even though Coco Vandeweghe was available, decided not to break up that chemistry, stuck with it, paid off. They won last night, they won again tonight.
You know, for a football guy, you're starting to get this, man. This tennis thing, you're there, man. You're right on the money. And that is so true. You got a good team and a good chemistry. Don't disrupt it. They're on a hot streak. They can carry this team all the way through. Look what Clay Patch did last year. She was the MVP on the women's side. That's one reason why the Breakers won it. Vandeweghe has the kind of year doubles that Clay Patch had last year.
Put your hands together for your women's doubles team.
Coco Vandeweghe, the young girl that used to hop the fence in here and break in. When Raquel Giscafre used to have the tournament here, finally she confessed to that. But here she is now, number 19 in the world, Coco Vandeweghe, 6 feet 1 inches tall, and of course you know about her great uncle, Kiki Vandeweghe. Left pass to serve. Second serve. And a heavy. That return has tonnage. So heavy. That return by Coco Vandeweghe.
Coco is such a threat from anywhere on the court. Possesses tremendous power when her timing is right. She's as good as anyone in the game in generating pace. And she possesses one of the top 5 serves in the game when it's going right.
Zip one. And wanted to get tremendous angle, Annalena Gronefeld, instead got the net.
Let's hear it, folks. Put your hands together for your women's doubles team.
It is 1-1.
And we mentioned the Breakers, Clay Patch having that MVP season last year. Yanina Wickmeyer, Clay Patch's partner, she was Rookie of the Year. So the two of them had a great year together.
Clapback, first of all, sighting up that serve beautifully right down the tee and then pushing back Coco Vandeweghe.
Yeah, Coco is not intimidated by pace, but that time she maybe just didn't get enough of a top on the forehand to bring it down. Came off a little flat.
2-1. Second serve. And Annalena Gronefeld that time going wide. She's been trying to go to the backhand of Clapback on that return.
2 in this first of the second set.
And it is 2-2. An excellent serve going to the backhand of Coco Vandeweghe.
All right, folks, let's hear it.
The radar's not functioning.
Yeah, that's what happens. Groneveld's already been on the court for mixed doubles. Her timing, her eye is in. Coco's just off the bench. She wants to find it as soon as she can.
And very smart of the Patrick Gronefeld. See the different spin she gave at that time? That time it was a loopy, high type of a ball, definitely breaking the rhythm of Clifford back there. Coco wants it.
Tell you the truth, I'm a little surprised here. I thought Vandeweghe was returning a little bit better. We'll see how it turns out.
What a shot by Clifford. Just kept her composure, saw that little opening in the middle and threaded it.
Absolutely right. I mean, Coco played a great point. She got the ball in play, and she didn't overplay it. And you thought she'd done enough. She played a good, deep approach. But Klepash just stepped up and laced that forehand down the center of the court. And the other thing is, when you hit the ball hard and you're being aggressive and you're playing high percentage, meaning down the middle, things can work for you.
So Coco Vandeweghe to serve.
Coco Vandeweghe.
Beautiful, beautiful volley right there, going all the way across the court with that clip pass. Bringing that racket nice and high.
Yeah, and again, it was a good return from Wickmeyer to set up Klepacz at the net. Oftentimes, it's a sequence of plays before the volley that make it good. Again, the breakers working so well in tandem.
Zip one. Beautiful shot by Coco. Everybody thought it was coming down the middle. Instead, we get a little Linda Ronstadt Blue Bayou, ladies and gentlemen.
I was wondering when you get the Linda out tonight. It was early, though. Here we are, set 2, and you've already gone with Linda. I guess it was deserving of it. Again, she sets up going middle. Look at that wrist at the last second to bring it down the line.
Second serve, 1-1. Coco Vandeweghe to serve. Oh, bad luck on the part of Wickmeyer. That ball will not go over.
I couldn't say you showed a lot of heart there, but you got the Linda Ronstadt heart. Wasn't she in the band? I don't know. That's kind of a subtle sense of humor, right?
Yes, very subtle. 2-1. And a double fault. So it is 2-2.
Yeah, Coco's played 9 seasons of World Team Tennis. She loves the team environment. Last year in the Fed Cup, she won 8 matches, 6 singles, 2 doubles. Led the Fed Cup to the U.S. side of the championship. Brilliant run. And she was the one who got it done. So she likes the pressure, likes the big stage.
Great placement of that volley right there. Annalena Gronefeld had about a millisecond to decide, and boy, she picked it the right place to go. 3-2. Look for a go right down the tee. She should have gone down the tee.
That was a good return.
It was.
And she came in behind it. And not only did she hit a good shot, but she also improved her position. That's another layer of pressure.
Let's make a little noise. We can grab
I like to see Andrea Klepacz with a soccer ball. I bet she's a heck of a soccer player. A lot of these girls, they train in different sports, and that's where they get the great legs. There it is. See, she went down the tee, and look what happened. Went right to that forehand of Klepacz, and they put it away. It is now 6-3 in the overall score. And folks, that is very important because you are never out of it here. Wickmeyer's going to serve.
Yeah, that's a big game for Coco Vandeweghe. Even when she's under pressure, getting to a deciding point, you still feel like the game is to her advantage because of her serve, because of the weapons she possesses. Got it done that time. What a crowd we have here tonight. Great atmosphere. Can you play a better point than that?
There's synchronized swimming. This is a little faster. This is called synchronized double. What beautiful movement by these players, knowing each other so well, helping each other out, and keeping that ball in. Great point.
Yeah, all 4 players touching the ball, all of them making a contribution. And in the end, Wickmeyer came over with a nice volley right down the center.
1-0. Wickmeyer to serve. Perfectly placed right down the tee. Annalena Gronefeld returned it right into the racket of Andrea Klepacz.
And you know, in your sport, they draw up the play, And in tennis, that's a drawn-up play. You serve down the tee, and your partner at the net crosses. It's hard for the returner to pull that ball back down the line.
Schematically perfect.
Belichick would have drawn that one up.
Billy would have loved it. He said, don't watch the ball. Look at the matchup. 2-zip.
All right, folks, here we go.
And right there now with a double fault. It is now 2-1. I think Coco likes the music. Look at her. She likes the music. This is great music, though. It's animated. It gets you going. 2-1.
Yeah, there's a signal from Coco to Anna returning. Does that mean she's going to cross?
Anna wanted to go wide, not able to pull that ball. Was behind it. Wickmeyer with a great serve. It is now 3-1. Aviators returning. Wickmeyer to serve. And Coco animating the people now, urging them on. 3-1. What hands! What hands on the part of Andrea Klepacz, right at her, aiming for her sternum. Somehow she gets that racket and the strings on that ball and gets a wicked angle. Well, how good is that?
Yeah, that was unbelievable. She was trying to really just self-preservation is what it was. She got a racket and somehow found a remarkable angle cross court.
Amazing the reactions you can have when a ball is aiming right for the bridge of your nose. So it is 6-4, the overall score. Grunefeld to serve. What a move by Coco Vandeweghe. That was definitely pre-planned. And like I said, schematically perfect right there. Excellent execution of Barta. Grunefeld with the serve, Coco with the put away.
Exactly, and it's not just getting the serve in the box. You have to do enough with it so the returner doesn't have time to see the move. She got that into the body, worked well.
Great move by Wickmeyer. She was lurking, and then she pounced on it. How about that one hand by Annalena?
Yeah, she did well to keep the point alive, and that's where the lob is so effective in doubles. There's Wickmeyer. Notice the move forward to the ball. Go to the ball when you're volleying.
Great serve by Grunefeld. That thing just kicking up in the center of the court. That ball just, it was like in a funnel directly at Coco Vandeweghe in the middle. Two to one. Grunefeld to serve. Klepacz. Coco loved that serve. 3-1 now. Grunefeld to serve to Wickmeyer.
Right here at 3-1.
I think Coco would have made a great football player, but she gets animated.
Yeah, no, she plays with passion. She plays with intensity. At times, she's temperamental. Trying always to improve her play, find ways to win.
Great serve going way, way wide out. Wickmeyer. And that's it. The Aviators get another one now. 7-4 the overall score.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
the Aviators out in front.
Your San Diego Aviators.
So a great performance so far by the home team, Aviators. We'll be back with more right after this.
You know, when you become a member of the club.
Tennis league built on innovation, passion, and respect moves into the digital video age. For the first time, fans around the globe can stream every match from the World Team Tennis season on our new channel, WTT.tv, completely free. Watch major champions, incredible point, and rising stars come together to compete for the coveted King Trophy.
So many great points in this one.
This summer, watch the entire season at WTT.tv, presented by Geico.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves. Of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Is your family in need of more quality time together?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Nature is best enjoyed together. So bring the whole family to discover all the bonding and stress-reducing benefits parks and forests have to offer. Visit discovertheforest.org and trade in phone time for family time.
Birds, squirrels, chipmunks, grass, worms, bugs, trees, rocks, and other objects in nature cannot talk. If you'd like to have a conversation while visiting nature, you will need to bring humans along. We strongly recommend starting with your family.
The overall score, the Aviators out in front 7-4. It is 2-2, and now Clip has to serve. Second serve. 2-2 in this set. Beautiful, Chris volley right there by Annalena Gronefeld.
Yeah, and that is the job of the net person at the net. You want to protect that line. Don't allow your opponent directly in front of you to beat you that way.
Leaf, break down her serve for me, this motion.
It's interesting. She's very sort of standing straight, and then she turns with her shoulders, and I wonder whether she's trying to accommodate some discomfort. I mean, look at that. She's pretty straight on, where most people are to the side a bit more. But she's
see it's
more
bothering her.
Yeah, she's, I think, comfortable with that serve, and I'm sure she's worked with it, and maybe that's a way she has of making it consistent. It didn't work on that occasion. But here's a quick Geico timeout, and Coach Rick Leach is going to say, hey, get these serves in. Even if they hit a winner, make them play. Yeah, make them play.
See him talk, John Lloyd talking to Annalena Gronefeld and Coco Vandeweghe during this Geico timeout. John told her I saved 25% of my, I know it's 15, but hey, time to let it rip. The Geico timeout now is ended, so time to let it rip.
Yeah, and obviously that's a nice move by Wickmeyer, though it was pretty straightforward. I mean, your job as a returner, keep the ball away from the person at the net. I know it's simple. If you are going to go at the net person, you're going to have to hit it hard, be aggressive, and that just wasn't enough.
1-2.
Coco.
What a beautiful shot, Annalena Gronefeld. Boy, she knew where the diamond lane was, right down the middle of the court.
Yeah, she's had green light all the way, and again, she hit it big, she hit it hard, but down the middle. I mean, down the money is where the money is made.
1-3. Second serve. One hands by Annalena Gronefeld, showing her net worth. Her net worth, excellent.
Yeah,
she loves it.
That is just money. And again, where is she? Right in the center of the court, dictating play. Great move by the Aviators, right in the heart of this second set.
It is now 8-4, the overall score. In this set, it is 3-2, the Aviators out in front. And Coco Vandeweghe ready to load up the B-52 and bring down the bombs. Second serve. Just missed on that. Zip one, Coco to serve.
Let's hear it for your Aviators.
That has been a challenge for Coco, though, that serve. Seems like a lot of motion to that, maybe a couple yips. Beautiful. Look away on the part of Annalena Gronefeld.
I think Coco is a rhythm server, a confident server. And there are times when the second serve, if it gets out of the slot, she's going to double fault a little bit. But again, she's going to live and die by that serve, and it's a great shot.
1-1, second serve.
Even with the struggle she might have, she still has confidence in it, and that's something.
And a great dipping shot there by Wickmeyer. Totally startled Annalena Gronefeld at the net.
1-2.
It's amazing what an off-speed shot does at the net. Look at this.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss-hit there, and it just...
No, don't tell anybody that. That was totally planned.
Died over the net. Rolled off the end of the table, and that's tough volley. You have to generate all your own pace. Oh, how good is that?
Boy, that thing was on a perfect flight pattern to the back of the line, inside the court, 78 inches away, 78 feet. Beautiful. 2-2. And I think Coco, out of the corner of her eye, saw Klepacz make that move at the net, and she tried to keep that ball away from her.
Yeah, and that's why you poach. Not only do you try and get the ball on your racket, but also to interfere with the rhythm of your opponent.
But you better time it right, though.
Exactly. Coco saw the move, took her eye off the ball.
That one perfectly played. And that leaf has to make a server feel good. When you know you got a great net person, and Annalena Gronefeld is going to take advantage. When you got a big serve, she's going to put it away.
Yeah, it's a huge advantage. And oftentimes, if you're a good partner and you're at the net, you know your server's in a bit of trouble. Maybe you do step out. Maybe you make that contribution, take the pressure off your partner.
And that's that calming factor I was talking about that Annalena Gronefeld brings to this team, the experience. Second serve. And a great serve by Coco coming down that tee, attacking the backhand of Wickmeyer. Wickmeyer sprays it. So it is now 9-4, the overall score. Aviators out in front.
Yeah, this is a great start for the Aviators. Obviously, in any of these matches, you want to try and keep it close. Or, if you can, build a big lead, hang on down the stretch.
Wickmeyer to serve. And a great volley at the net by Klepacz, just bringing that ball straight down right at Annalena Gronefeld. No apologies there.
Yeah,
One zip.
That was hand-to-hand combat up there.
Annalena trying to find an angle that didn't exist on that shot. Great serve by Wickmeyer.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of going tee, and the player, your partner at the net, can just inch to the center because he knows that's a tricky ball to pull back down the line.
Second serve.
Coco would like to have that one back. That was a sweet return.
And again, same play, same station, same exact shot. Klepacz
3-0.
Poaching at the net with that forehand right at Annalena Gronefeld. At some point, if you're Annalena Gronefeld, do you step back?
I don't think so. I think she's counting on Coco to hit good, strong returns. They want to maintain that positional pressure.
3-zip.
Despite getting the body shot. Never a comfortable feeling, but you've got to be brave up there.
And there's the double fault.
3-1. All right, folks, let's start it right here.
3-1.
Come back right here.
Let's see, 1 point at a time if the Aviators can come back.
Let's go, Aviators. Let's
Plan so far has been to go down the tee, attack the backhand of Coco, and Clipmash uses the big forehand volley right at the body of Annalena Gronefeld. Let's see if it happens again. And you're not seeing things, folks. Explain that one, Lee.
Yeah, if there's a let in doubles, either player can take it. Gronefeld popped across, took it on the rise, and that's where playing the lets is fun. It's dramatic. I mean, is that another World Team Tennis innovation that might make its way to the pros? They've got it in junior tennis. You've got it in college tennis.
I think it'll energize doubles. 3-2. Second.
I mean, this Hawkeye Live technology, no lines people around this court. Computers and cameras making all the calls tonight. Oh boy, 2 doubles in this game.
And both of them from the same side. And now it looks like we're going to get a Geico timeout.
Deciding point right here.
Just a little cow.
You know, and maybe at this point, you know, maybe Whitmire doesn't want to have an interruption right now. She wants to deal with it on her own, and maybe that's something that Coach Leach knows.
And Lee, here it is, 3-3. So now the returning team can pick what side they're going to receive from, right? Because you double fault them there twice.
Got to go back that way. And that's just what they're doing.
And after 2 double faults, she finds the serve she was looking for.
Yeah, and there's a good, you know, I think Rick Leach, he's a smart coach. He knows what Yanina wants. She doesn't want to be interrupted. She stepped up and delivered. So I think that's good teamwork there, good recognition by Coach Leach just to leave that one alone, let her figure it out on her own.
It is now 3-4 in set score 9-5. Aviators in front. Aviators in front of this set 4-3. Here it is to clinch it. She got it.
That's called the windshield wiper. You know, you use the same side of the racket even though you're on the backhand side. I hope we get a replay of that because that was funny.
That's called being dyslexic with a racket is what you call it. Because that was upside down. Second serve. 1-0. Lining up that down the shot beautifully. Annalena Gronefeld.
You know, that's what you like in a player. A bit of pressure now, trying to close it out. She got the ball she wanted. She committed to that shot 100%.
And she waited, and then threaded the needle. That goes long.
Here we go.
Annalena Gronefeld now enjoying a 3-zip lead.
Gronefeld is a seasoned campaigner. She's played plenty years of German Fed Cup. She's played in 2 Olympics. She understands pressure. She understands playing for more than just herself.
And right there she clinches the set. 5-3. It is now 10-5. The overall score. The Aviators out in front. So the Aviators playing the fine tune of great tennis for the crowd here in Carlsbad to enjoy. We'll be back with more right after this.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes. Or with stories of great shots and close shaves.
Of wins for the history books.
And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
Greatness is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Still a chance here. It's Willingham. Enter the box. Willingham shoots. Goal! That was magic. Willingham tucks it in and puts the championship to bed. Sweet dreams. Nice.
As long as soccer players celebrate with a slide, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Pressure. What pressure? The players on the...
Nearly all profits from Bloomberg LP go to Bloomberg Philanthropies, which is dedicated to saving and improving lives around the world. So when you work for or with Bloomberg, you're doing a whole lot of good. Learn more about our good work at Bloomberg.org.
Does your family need a break from the daily routine?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org and trade in the big screen for the big blue sky by visiting a local park or forest near you.
Hiking, picnicking, swimming, orienteering, climbing, admiring wildlife, or inhaling fresh air may result in heightened creativity, feelings of joy, harmony, satisfaction, and a euphoria that can only be explained as oneness with the natural world. Whoa.
The WTT presented by Geico, the 43rd season. The Breakers and the Aviators, well, mixed doubles is in the books, women's doubles is in the books, and the Aviators lead the defending champion Orange County Breakers 10-5. And now we go to men's double. It's going to be Marcelo Di Lemoner, Evan King taking on Marcus Willis, and Marcin Matkowski.
Yeah, it's great to see the Aviators and the Breakers. Two great California teams. Remember, this is a rematch of the last two King Trophy championships. The Washington Castles had a 5-year run winning the title. Suddenly, these two California teams emerged. Ryan Harrison and the Aviators winning it 2 years ago.
And then Shelby Rogers also played a huge role on those teams.
Absolutely. And last year, the Breakers going through. This year, again, the Castles don't look to be dominant, and it could be one of these teams in the championship.
Matkowski to start serving. A good return by Evan King, the 3-time All-American from the University of Michigan. In fact, I saw a lot of maize and blue in the crowd here tonight.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of support. He's a nice player. Left-hander. He's got good speed, good hands. And he's had some good results this year on the Challenger Tour mainly, particularly in Indian Wells. Won a lot of tennis matches there.
He has the record for all-time wins at the University of Michigan. It is 1-1. Matkowski serving.
Yeah, Evan King's out of Chicago, Illinois. I wonder how he ended up at Michigan.
Yeah, the Fighting Illini didn't want him. Maybe Northwestern.
Yeah, ended up at Big Blue.
And good play by Matkowski, moving in towards the net to put that ball away.
Yeah, you get a high volley, and that's a good lesson what you do with it. You don't just put it into play. You do something with it. You have the advantage. You've got a high ball. Go after it with control, and he did that well.
2-1.
Well, he's close to foot faulting on that center hash mark there.
Don't worry about it. We got Hawkeye, Lee. We got Hawkeye. Good placement of that serve. Willis, the lefty, showing his ability to put it down. Willis, I saw play last year. He played for the New York team, and I remember I seeing all kinds of spins and revolutions all on his ball, and I thought, this guy could really be something.
Yeah, he had a good year. In fact, 2 years with the Empire. Played a lot of good tennis. Yeah, when I saw him play in New York, Patrick McEnroe was the coach. Patrick loved having Willis on the team. Good in singles, and he was going to get you some good stuff in the doubles, too.
So after that double fault, it is 3-2 going to Marcelo de Molinaire. And look for this to go right down the tee.
Yeah, and that's one advantage of that position close to the hash mark. You can see the angle he can get down that tee.
That time he goes wide to the backhand. Success has come when the Aviators have attacked Marcelo de Molinaire's backhand up high.
Yeah, the Breakers have had a tough season so far. I mean, Sam Querrey was supposed to play last night. He did his backhand, and you wonder whether Sam Querrey is even going to be ready to play in Atlanta next week on the ATP. Scott Lipsky, the assistant coach, had to play doubles. And then Marcelo de Molinaire had to play singles, and that's not his forte. So the Breakers have struggled with their lineup. They've struggled with injuries. Aviators have to take advantage of this.
Beautiful return by Willis, just hitting that inside out forehand, blowing it past Marcelo de Molinaire.
Was that for Linda Ronstadt there or no?
No, not quite.
No Linda there?
No,
not quite.
No,
okay.
No. All right. You got to go down the line to get that blue bayou. That could have been a Linda Ronstadt blue bayou right there, but instead got the net. Evan King staring down at that ball. So it is 11-5 overall score. The Aviators out in front, leading the defending champion Breakers 1-1. Just missing is De La Molina. And momentarily forgetting he's a lefty, feeds the forehand at Evan King. Here's a three-time All-America from Michigan.
Here we go, San Diego. Let's go, Aviators.
It is 2-1. De Molinaire to serve. Beautiful return by Makowski off a serve that hit the tee like he wanted. King had it there, Leaf.
Yeah. Got to capitalize. You know, one thing about team tennis, it's a shortened, high-pressurized environment. You don't have a lot of time to play your way into a set. You've got to be alert and sharp right from the first ball.
2-2 and fed the big overhead of the Brazilian Marcelo de Molinaire.
Yeah, de Molinaire has a good serve. You know, that's probably his best shot. He can hit it hard, but he also has a high spinner, and that spinner allows him to get to the net very quickly.
3-2. And that was a careless volley right there. Makowski doing a good job of changing the slope of that ball. 3-3.
Yeah, he used a lot of spin to curl it down just over the net. I mean, that ball dropped right at the feet of the big Brazilian.
And again, because in WTT every game counts, 3-3, De Molinaire serve. And there's the big serve right down the tee, Leaf. And you're right, that's probably the best thing he does is serve.
Yeah, and you know, he's a big, tall kid. I still think he has a lot of good tennis that he can develop. You know, his game has a lot of good raw parts to it. His serve is probably the best product so far. But we've seen a lot of good tennis from him this year.
The overall score is now 11-6 in favor of the Aviators. We are tied up 1-1 in this set. Willis, the lefty, to serve. Trying to find that tee. And look at the All-American, just wide.
Yeah, that's one of those returns you hit it well, and it's like, I can't believe it was out. It felt so good.
Now, talk about the strings, though. That's a big development in tennis, the strings, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the strings can allow you to hit the ball hard with a lot of spin and not miss. You can get pretty good pretty fast.
Look at Willis looks at his string right off the bat. That ball goes wide.
How did I miss?
And that time he got a good enough kick that De Molinaire was not able to bring that ball back in. The dreaded lefty spin.
That's right, that lefty slice out wide. Yeah, these strings these guys play with, it get you to the moon and back. You can really make the ball move. And that's why you see fewer men and women attacking the net. They're relying more on ground strokes. When they do come to the net, it's really to finish things off, not set things up.
And a big serve by Willis right down the tee. King not able to bring that back. Okay, so what is the ideal tension for these strings, though?
Well, you know, with these newer strings, the tighter it is, the harder it is on your arm. So they tend not to string it too tight. Some players, like Roger Federer, they use half synthetic, half gut. Natural gut is what guys used to play with in the 60s and 70s. Before these strings and these innovations started to develop, as Willis delivers another ace.
Big time serve right there by Willis. That ball never came up. It looked like he just found a hole, and next thing you know, it stayed right down and cleared out a path on the cement court here.
Ace right down the tee, loving it.
It is 3-1. And big return right there by Evan King. Willis found the middle, but King found his sweet spot in that backhand.
Right now, right here on Marcus's serve. Let's hear it for your Aviators. Here we go.
3-2.
Enjoying the music.
If in doubt, go right down the middle. It is the shortest part of the net. Willis does just that. And now we take now a 12-6 overall lead. Aviators on front. It is 2-1 in this set.
Yeah, I mean, the Aviators have won the opening two sets of the doubles. They're in a good position here in the third set. They get this set, they're putting themselves in a great position with the two singles matches to finish off the evening.
Oh, Willis almost got the finish. A great, great point.
1-0.
That ball just going wide on him.
You can see him saying, I had it.
But see all the different balls Willis gives you? Never gives you a clean ball. They're all dirty. And good. Monster forehand by Marcelo De Molinaire.
Yeah, and I don't think it's a good decision to lob this guy. He goes back well. I think, you know, the serve and the overhead smash, maybe his best plays. I think you got to make him work the volley.
Go right for his sternum. The long arms get short. And King not able to bring that ball in. It is now 2-1. And the maize and blue player, Evan King to serve. Let's see if he kicks it wide on Matkowski. And a good touch by King. That was not an easy shot.
3-1.
Yeah, and how many of these points are being finished down the middle? And that's where you attack wide and then finish down the middle. Lots of good tennis tonight. You know, tactically very sound.
3-1. Willis trying to bring that across, but a good kick right there by King. So now it is now 12-7, the overall team score.
We're at 2-2, ladies and gentlemen.
So lots of great tennis. The home team, the Aviators out front, 12-7. We'll be back with more right after this.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves. Of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Cost of family time activities getting you down?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org to find out which park or forest is closest to your family.
Acorns are not real currency, but that's okay because parks or forests are either free or super affordable. It's a truly economical way for the whole family to enjoy each other's company and bond beyond to the confines of concrete buildings and rush hour.
Back here at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa. 2018 World Team Tennis presented by Geico. It is the defending champion Breakers taking on the home team, the Aviators, and Marcin Matkowski to serve. And that time, Leaf, he tried to go where you suggested. He go right down the middle, but it went long.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he didn't offer up a little more pace on that. You know, he just guided it. And usually guiding it means the ball can fly, and that's just what happened.
Zip one, Matkowski to serve.
Yeah, that's better. I mean, you're transferring energy from the strings to the ball. If you just move the racket through the ball, it's not doing what you want it to do. You want to generate some racket speed and put that on the ball. Did a good job there.
Marcus Willis from England. Oh, Matkowski. Boy, too bad that radar gun isn't working right now. That would have liked to have seen that because that was a bullet.
Yeah, he's always been a power player.
But right down the tee, that ball stayed down. It was heavy. 2-1. Tried to go wide that time. It went down the middle last time. And the double fault.
Yeah, that's the classic broadcaster jinx, right? We're saying how well he's been serving, and suddenly pops in the double.
And especially when you say he's a power server.
Yeah, right.
But that's all right. You got to go for it, folks. And you got to be in the moment. It's the only time you can control. 2-2.
Hey, listen, Matkowski is a former number 7 in the world, Grand Slam doubles finalist, 2-time Grand Slam doubles semifinalist. And 7 times he qualified for the year-end championships, the top 8 teams in the world. So he's been one of the best doubles players in the world for a long time.
But he's never played in front of us, though. How about that? Demolinaire finally gets it as Will is not able to go ahead and handle that. Yeah, Leaf, he hasn't played in front of us, so he doesn't know the kind of pressure he's got to sustain.
Yeah, no, we're tough. We're tough critics.
So it is now 2-3. We got a Geico timeout. Time to talk it up here. John Lloyd talking to his 2 players. Marcus Willis, Marcin Matkowski. Rick Leach talking to Marcelo Demolinaire, Evan King.
Yeah, this is always an important time. These moments, as we said, no ad scoring, 5-game sets. You have to be invested, and as Billie Jean King says, you have to be present. You have to be in the now.
And what I love about it is you're never out of it. You're never out of it.
That's right.
Being an ex-field goal kicker, I like those kind of settings where you might just have to come in and fire the one shot. That's the hit man. 2-3.
No, that's wide.
And he was ever present of where Marcelo Demolinaire was, so he tried to go wider than probably he wanted to because of the presence of Demolinaire at the net.
Yeah, and it's also credit Evan King. Put a lot of balls in play. Matkowski hit a couple deep, heavy shots, and the man who played for the Michigan Wolverines came up with some good balls in reply. Keep the ball in play, and you won't lose the point. Miss, and it's over.
4-point difference, 12-8. The overall score, Demolinaire to serve. Matkowski says, I want it, and he rips it.
0-1, Orange County is taking a Geico.
Yeah, and you get your serve broken, you're going to be present in the very next game. And this is the most dangerous game for the Breakers now. They've got the advantage. Here's a Geico timeout by Rick Leach. He wants to make sure the Breakers are on the same page. And for John Lloyd, he's saying, hey guys, this is our moment. Okay, we just got broken, yes. Get the break right back.
That was two back-to-back Geico timeouts that were called right there.
Only 20 seconds, though.
That's it. Remember, 25 seconds between serves. That's not enough for Rafael Nadal to adjust his left side. 25 seconds.
He needs a bit more time.
Zip one. Demolinaire to serve. Matkowski returning. And that goes long. Could not get over that ball to bring it down. So it is now zip two, Demolinaire to serve.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to get the serve in play. You just don't have the luxury of getting to deuce. You know, no ad scoring. It's a tough deficit to make up.
And how good is that? Using spins, using hooks, using every kind of rotation on the ball. And finally, Demolinaire makes it easy and hits your basic at the player shot.
Yeah, Evan King did some nice work in that rally. He went back and got the lob up high. Good defensive lob, made a nice move forward. So Evan King making some real contributions. That was a big point. Otherwise, they're facing 4 consecutive break points. Instead, it's just 1-2.
Great lob by King. 1-2, Demolinaire to serve. Unbelievable touch there by Demolinaire. That ball just absolutely came off the string. It was dead on arrival.
Yeah, from love 2 down, they get back to 2 points all. I mean, each of these moments so valuable.
And 4 points is the difference in the overall score. So every game counts in WTT. So important. Demolinaire to serve. Demolinaire showing those great hands at the net again. Just absolutely taking the life out of that ball. It is 3-2, Demolinaire to serve to Matkowski. He double faulted to the side previously. Second serve. Got the top of the net, would not go over. And now it is 12-9, the overall score. Only three games separating it now.
Yeah, and the Breakers winning for the first time 3 consecutive games. So they clearly have the momentum. And this is an important game for the Aviators and Willis, just to break that up, get another game on the board, keep this set alive.
Second serve. That's the greatness of WTT tennis. Every game counts.
Boy, sweet little return, kind of a bunt, and then he improved his position. Evan King playing some nice tennis tonight. Look at the doubles placement. A lot down the tee, not as much out wide. Good straight ahead tennis. I mean, that's good conservative stuff.
Which surprised me, having 2 lefties.
Had that one rolled over, that one could have been tricky.
It would have been one of those, what you talking about, Willis? Willis might have had some trouble on that one. It is 1-1, and it's starting to get tight, folks. It's starting to get tight.
Yeah, and again, Evan King, this kid has really played well tonight. You know, he's putting balls in play. And in World Team Tennis, it's invaluable. Because every ball in play is more pressure on your opponent.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it.
1-2. And all of a sudden you feel in the air that the momentum is going towards the breakers right now. Just missing is De Molinaire. He set it up beautiful with that little AM/PM angle.
AM, what happened to 7-Eleven?
You don't need that. AM/PM's open 24 hours.
All right, okay.
All you have to do is find it. 2-2. And a big serve by Willis finding that middle.
You know, and when you're going up against a guy who's making a lot of returns, you got to continue to hit your spots. And that time Willis put in a good spot, closer to the line, closer to the corner. Look at Evan. I should have made that. I should have made it.
Marcus Willis, this is as big a point as he's ever played right here. Second serve.
Getting their signals straight. A little game planning.
And a good play by Willis. First with the serve and second with that swinging volley. And executing that, and now he gives the Aviators a chance to pick up another game. It is now 13-9, the overall score.
Exactly, a chance for them to get a break back. And it's not over yet. If they can get the game or the break, they'll have a 9-point tiebreak. But again, Evan King, who's played pretty solid tennis tonight, he's going to have to deliver it and try and close it out.
The three-time All-American from the University of Michigan, the all-time winningest player in the history of University of Michigan tennis.
And when you think of what a great history of tennis Michigan has, that's a pretty impressive number. They've been one of the best tennis teams in college tennis for many years. Just talking about the men's side, obviously, but I mean, that's a very impressive stat.
From Chicago, Illinois, sets up his partner, Marcelo De Molinaire, perfectly at the net, and they lead 1-0. Again.
He's a Bears fan, though. Does that bother you?
No, not at all.
Are you
I
sure?
hate the Bears. Oh, no, he likes the Bears. I hate the Bears.
I'm a Packers fan, but we don't have a problem with the Bears.
Let's hear it for him.
2-0.
He's also a Blackhawks fan, and I'm a fan of the Blackhawks. That's a good eye.
And again, did you see the way Willis just kept, King kept moving in on Willis, moving in on him and moving in on him, and finally took him completely out of rhythm, and Willis sprays that ball. It is 3-0. Evan King to serve, Matkowski to return. And there's that kick we've been waiting from the lefty to kick him wide, and he gets it. So that is 5 games to 3. And it is the first set. The Breakers have won.
Yeah, that's a huge one for OC.
We'll be back with more right after this.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
No.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots
and close shaves.
of wins for the history books.
And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
Greatness is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Back here at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa, where the fans are having a blast. And that's what WT Tennis is all about, presented by Geico, to make people get involved and have a lot of fun. And Lee, any surprises so far?
I'm surprised that no one's made any of the targets in these. It's like huge beer pong for adults here. It's great.
So the overall score is 13-10 in favor of the Aviators are out front. And so far, any surprises at all that have gone there?
Well, I think the Aviators are strong in the doubles. They came out and played well. Here's what's on the line tonight. The Washington Castles beat the New York Empire. They go to 5-2, so it's up to the Aviators to get the win, keep up with the Castles, and keep alive their hopes of finishing in the top two. Remember, the top two teams play off for the King Trophy, and the Freedoms have set a pretty high standard this year.
So the Aviators playing here at home. So far, they've had their way. It is 13-10. That they enjoy that score, and we got Coco Vandeweghe coming up with women's singles, so we'll get to see her. So a lot of good tennis still coming up. We'll be back with more right after this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So you just walk around telling people Geico could help them save money on car insurance?
Yeah, that, and homeowners, renters, motorcycle and boat insurance.
Huh, that's nice. What happens when you catch a fish?
Oh!
Geico. More than just car insurance. See how much you could save at geico.com.
I'm okay!
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
World Team Tennis is brought to you by Citi. Welcome What's Next.
That's a long way.
And we're here at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa in
Ace, how you doing?
Carlsbad, California. There's the score. The Aviators out in front playing at home 13-10. And welcome back. We're at the halftime here, having a lot of time, with a lot of fun with all these players. These players are competing to win the Forever Most Valuable Player Award, to be decided at the end of the season. And here's a look at this special honor for the best male and female players in World Team Tennis.
Players from 14 countries across 6 different teams, 43 matches over 3 weeks. Who will make their mark in the race for the championship and the coveted King Trophy? This year's most valuable players, 1 male, 1 female. The Forever Mark MVP Awards unfold during the World Team Tennis Finals.
And right now, it's a shame that he didn't get, he's not going to play singles. But I would have given Willis a great consideration for that Forevermore Most Valuable Player Award. What a surprise he has been for this Aviator team, winning in singles, being a very valuable part of the team that just keeps on winning and trying to stay. Like you mentioned, Lee, they have to stay up there to get finished in the top 2 to play it out.
Yeah, man, obviously you need to have players playing well. And the teams that have won the King Trophy have been led by MVPs who generally have a great season, like Ryan Harrison, like Andrea Claypatch last year. So pretty exciting times. Remember, we're right in the heart of the season, the 7th of 14 matches. Here's the order of play. We've got the mixed doubles, the women's doubles, and the men's doubles in the books. The Aviators winning the first 2, Demoliner and King winning for the Breakers in the third. So it's all to play for. Now, Vandeweghe, it's not going to be easy. Wickmeyer has been playing great this season. She's had a pretty good year, and then we'll see what happens in the final set. It's always a fairly nervy moment when that last set steps on the court.
So right now the score is 13-10 in favor of the home team, the Aviators, and it is going to be women's singles coming up. Wickmeyer and Vandeweghe, and there's the score, 13-10. So don't go away. We got a lot more tennis. The deciding part. We'll be back.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same.
Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots
and close shaves.
of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
Greatness is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
WTT presented by Geico, the 43rd season. What an incredible schedule this year. It was 43 matches in 22 days in 6 markets. This is what the schedule calls for. And now we're going to get women's singles. The Aviators leading here at home 13-10 against the defending champion Breakers. And these two teams have split in championship games. Rick Leach there watching his singles player, Janina Wickmeyer, with a daunting task of taking on the 19th player in the world playing before literally her home folks.
Yeah. Janina Wickmeyer, her dad named her after Diego Maradona's daughter, who was also a Janina. Different spelling, but obviously big soccer fans in Europe. But Wickmeyer, a former U.S. Open semifinalist, will take on a U.S. Open semifinalist in Coco Vandeweghe. So it's a big-time matchup here tonight in the women's singles. And it's going to have a huge, significant factor on how we get into the last set. What kind of deficit will be in play, who's going to need to win. And remember, even the losing team, if they win the last set, they still have a chance to win. So as you said earlier, you're never out of it.
Now, Lee, you got here, teammates warm each other up. Tell me the psychology in that.
Yeah, I mean, in tennis, you might go to a tournament, you see you warm up with your opponent. Here you warm up with your teammates. It's a little bit different, and it sort of gets that team chemistry building.
Is that more accommodating for you to warm up with?
I think so. Yeah, I think it maybe relieves the tension a little bit. Oftentimes when you warm up with your opponent, you're not giving your opponent your complete game. You're not showing him everything you got.
But would that be that you kind of change your stroke a little bit?
Well, you might not. Like, for instance, when the women are practicing, they'll actually return serves. On the guys' tour, the guys never return their opponent's serve. It's just sort of an unspoken deal. But the women tend to return serve, and the guys always say, why do you let them do that? Why do you let them get a read on your serve? So when you're practicing with your teammate, you don't have any of those sort of psychological distractions.
And there you are, folks, the inside game by Leif Shires.
There's a lot of that going on, and tennis is one of those sports where there's plenty of it.
Janina Wickmeyer is going to serve Coco Vandeweghe to return 13-10 is the overall score. Second serve. That's long.
0-1. Of course, I mentioned Coco Vandeweghe, U.S. Open semifinalist. Don't forget, she was also a semifinalist at the Australian Open.
And this is a surface that's very fast. And sprays that backhand. 1-1. Yeah, this is a very fast surface here, Lacosta.
Yeah, and I think it'll be suitable for Coco, although Wickmeyer won't mind it either. She likes to take the ball early, hit it hard.
A great return by Coco Vandeweghe, sticking Janina Wickmeyer in the center of the court by her toenails, and they got in the way. One, two. Second serve. Job by Coco striking that forehand nice and heavy.
Yeah, that's what Coco does so well. Her forehand has so much pop to it. A lot of spin, a lot of firepower. I think Wickmeyer's a little bit intimidated. Well, she went right into that forehand on that occasion. Got away with it.
2-3. That's tugging on Superman's cape right there, but you got away with it. 2-3. Just missing there. That would have been fair play. Good job by Coco Vandeweghe to not give Yanina Wickmeyer a clean ball. Those were all dirty balls.
Yeah, she got that last one down low with spin. And Wickmeyer's forehand has misfired tonight. And that little ball elicited the error, and that's as good as hitting a winner.
And here it is now. Coco Vandeweghe gets ready to serve. Leading 1-0 in games. 14-10 is now the overall score in favor of the home team Aviators. Second serve. And good job by Coco to somehow bring that from behind her ear and drop it off in the mid, right in front of the net.
Yeah, bad error from Wickmeyer on that backhand. She didn't handle the short ball with the two-hander very well, and I wonder maybe she should have dropped the one hand, maybe played a one-hander there.
1-0. Just missing with that tee serve. And that forehand betrays her. It is 1-1.
1-0.
Yeah, better forehand there from Wickmeyer. She got it early. The timing was right. And it had Vandeweghe having to move quickly to her right.
A Coco crisp serve going wide on Wickmeyer.
Yeah, her wide serve has so much spin. I mean, that thing is turning left the whole time. It's got a blinker on it.
Well, the fun starts when it bounces. Second serve, 2-1. And good job by Coco keeping Wickmeyer near that baseline. It is 3-1 now, Coco. And her serve is definitely a big factor right now for Coco.
Yeah, it's just nice to have a weapon like that. The more first serves she gets in, the more matches she's going to win.
Just missing with that backhand, Wickmeyer. It is now 15-10 now as Coco keeps her serve.
Yeah, the more games Coco can continue to win here, even if she wins the set 5-4 or 5-2, she's going to give a slight edge to the men's singles in the final set. And that's what it's about, winning games and then passing it on to your teammate who's going to take the baton and hopefully close it out.
Wickmeyer serving. Trails zip 2 in games. Coco wanted the line with that backhand, did not get it.
1-0.
Wickmeyer 1-0.
Wickmeyer was U.S. Open semifinalist in 09, lost to Caroline Wozniacki. Kim Clijsters won the title that year.
And good spin on that serve, and that's where, from this vantage point, you're able to see that ball. Looked like some of my field goals hooking.
To the right.
To the right.
That's why you're working in TV?
That's why I'm working in TV. Just missing. 2-zip. Wickmeyer serving. And a double fault.
And I think that's a bit of the intimidation factor. Coco Vandeweghe up on the baseline. And sometimes you get a little nervous with the serve. You want to do a little too much with it.
2-1. She's had success going to the backhand of Coco. And she went there again, right to the backhand. Coco, though, sending it deep.
Yeah, this is a chance for Coco. She's applying a bit of pressure, already has the one break. Wickmeyer needs to relax, find the first serve, and get the breakers back in this set.
2-2. And great job of opening up that core leaf. She had a wide open inside out.
Yeah, and that's the value of being able to open up wide. That's going to give you instant game plan. You've got a huge target to hit into on your second ball. And get the first serve. Boy, tennis is easier when you get that first serve in.
3-2. And a great shot. Coco. Now, which side do you think she's going to go back to this side?
Yeah, I think the backhand. I think by taking the backhand, you don't allow Wickmeyer to slide it out wide to your forehand in the deuce.
Coco Vandeweghe to receive. And that goes long, and now it is 15-11. Aviators out in front.
Yeah, and Coco wasn't happy with that return. She had some time on that and just overplayed it. I mean, you like the aggressive instinct, but you also want to have some level of consistency.
Coco now to serve, leading 2-1, and 15-11, the overall team score. Second serve. The double fall.
0-1.
Zip one. And folks, it was very hot today. It's hard to imagine saying this, but it's actually muggy here in Carlsbad, California. Second serve. Great job by Wickmeyer extending that ball and sending it nice and wide. Coco not able to reach with that backhand.
Yep, and that's where Coco needs to drop down, play the one-hander when she's wide like that. Just can't afford to give Wickmeyer time. Watch her, see, she got time to set up and drive that ball with angle. Take time away from her.
Zip two. And the serve that time is very effective as Wickmeyer sprays that ball. 1-2. Tried to go wide to the backhand of Wickmeyer. And Wickmeyer now is getting a pretty good read of Coco's serve because he's jumping on that.
Yeah, and you have to like the play, too. It was a second serve Again, good feet to get herself to the ball, and then early and hard. First serve returning, you play defense. Second serve returning, you play offense. Just what Wickmeyer did well there.
1-3. And a good serve again when she needed it. Coco comes up with the serve. 2-3. Watch her go wide.
There it is.
Goes right to the body now. It's a 3-3, and Wickmeyer's going to stay right there. And here is a Geico timeout. John Lloyd going to come over and talk to Coco.
And I think this is, maybe a good time just to take a couple seconds, make sure Coco's thinking about the right things, taking her time, hitting the right serve, but also executing it. Get that toss up nice and high, go up and get it.
And look at this. Instead of Rick Leach talking to her, it's Andrea.
Yeah, man, I think Andrea Klapex, it's nice not to change it up a little bit, not always hear the same thing from the coach. Have your friend, your doubles partner come out and say a word. Remember, these two guys, they won the King Trophy together last year. There's a great trust between them.
The overall score in games is 15-11. It is 3-3 right here. Coco to serve. What a serve by Coco. Lee, I've been saying she's been trying to go wide. She's been trying to go wide. She's trying to relax. So John Lloyd calling that timeout, that Geico timeout at just the right time, letting her loose up.
Yeah, the Aviators get it done. That was a huge game for Coco. And look at the cushion now. 5 games going into the final set. Still a couple more games to play here.
A lot of good tennis still coming up. Stay right there. We'll be right back.
In 1974, we founded a tennis league that was built on innovation, team spirit, and excitement. Now, 4 decades later, we're changing the game again and bringing World Team Tennis into the digital video age. This season, for the first time ever, you can stream every match from World Team Tennis on our new channel, WTT.tv, in high definition and completely free of charge. Check it out at WTT.tv.
Cost of family time activities getting you down?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org to find out which park or forest is closest to your family.
Acorns are not real currency, but that's okay because parks or forests are either free or super affordable. It's a truly economical way for the whole family to enjoy each other's company and bond beyond the confines of concrete buildings and rush hour.
And the crowd here has kicked themselves up into a frenzy here as they're trying to go ahead and help Coco Vanderwait. And there it is, 16-11 right now. The Aviators on front. Janina Wickmeyer to serve. And she sends a serve to the right at the forehand of Coco, and Coco sprays it.
Now here's a look at the rally hit point. This is the Aviators versus the Freedom. A fair amount of balls right around baseline. Maybe. Here's what the Aviators women rally hit point versus the Lasers was. A little too many balls deep in the court against the Lasers. Stepping up tonight nicely.
That one got away from Wickmeyer. Good job by Coco. Varying the slope of that ball. And here's additional.
Yeah, and again, against the Lasers, too many balls deep in the court. I mean, you want to be up in the court, being a little more aggressive. Remember, this surface rewards aggressive play.
It's a very fast surface. Second serve.
edge of the line. It did. You didn't hear the Hawkeye Live call it out, so caught the line. I wonder if they'll give us a replay. Oftentimes when it's close, the computer just generates the replay just to show it was in, but I guess it was.
Beautiful inside out by Wickmeyer. And going right at Coco. It is now 2-1.
All right, we did
3-1.
Folks, let's hear it again. We're 3-1.
16-11. The overall game score. Nice job by Wickmeyer sticking that ball in the center of the court deep at the baseline and giving Coco Vandeweghe some trouble there.
Yeah, she settled down nicely and played a good game. She came out of the break, played a very sort of together game. First serves, first ground stroke. Again, look at her work the legs well. She's down where the ball is. You know, Coco, on the other hand, she tends to play a little straight-legged. You know, she's up high on the ball. Kind of appreciate a player who can get down where the ball is.
Especially that back knee. That back knee staying nice and low. 16-12, the overall score. 3-2, Coco in the lead. Nice touch on the part of Coco. Impressed. She took her time with that, rather delicately sending that ball in a precise spot down the line. One zip. Second serve. Goes to the backhand of Wickmeyer. Wickmeyer sends it long. We'll give it a shout out to Joe Cipriano here, our stadium announcer. Always livening up the crowd here. Great voice, great energy, great ability to animate this crowd. And this crowd right now lives breathing with Coco Vandeweghe. Second serve. 2 zip. The double fall. 2-1 now.
2-1. Let's make some noise, ladies and gentlemen.
This, folks, is a slugfest. Every point being so important. Wanted the middle, did not get it. Second serve. Good concentration on Coco because that ball came off the net. She kept her composure and great control with that racket and feel to send that ball straight up.
Yeah, good defensive lob. When you're playing under the lights, like you are here tonight, a good high lob gets it above the lights. That can be tricky. Wickmeyer missed it.
3-1. Got it.
3-2.
That landed right on the paint.
Second time that Wickmeyer's gone to that side of the court and grabbing that line. 3-2, Coco Vandeweghe to serve. And she got a great serve, got the short return, but not able to go ahead and bend that ball inside the court. It is 3-3. And Wickmeyer's going to make her serve to the same side.
Now, Coco had a deciding point against her in her last service game. She's got it again here.
And she came up with a big serve. Let's see if she can do it again. Second serve. What a point at the net at the end. Wickmeyer gets the best of it. A backhand put away at the net. And with that, now it is a 3-point lead. He dwindles it down to 3 points. It is 16-13, the overall team score.
And as you said at the top of the show, you're never out of it in team tennis. And Wickmeyer down 3-1, a couple of games, and a couple of great points. I mean, Coco didn't play a bad point there. Wickmeyer just a little bit better.
She was able to reach that little drop shot by Coco. Coco showing you some good touch around the net, but Wickmeyer getting the best of it. 3-3 game scores. And good job by Coco as that ball was flirting with that line. Sent it back and put a nice little loop on that ball.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game when Wickmeyer goes forehand to forehand with Coco Vandeweghe. When Coco starts get the timing on that side, she can be dangerous.
Second serve, zip one. And good job by Wickmeyer stepping in. She got the serve she wanted. She went wide on Coco to that backhand, like you said, staying away from that forehand, and then moved right into that court.
Yeah, last night, Wickmeyer beat Naomi Brody for the Aviators 5-1. So she's playing some good singles, and you can see she's toughing out a former top tenner in Coco Vandeweghe right now. Trying to go up 4-3 with a hold of serve.
1-1, second serve. And good job by Coco stepping into that serve and sending that ball deep and in the middle, giving no angle to Wickmeyer.
Yeah, that's what's so impressive about Coco is her ability to generate pace. And, I mean, that was just a normal return, but the ball just jumps off her strings. Great depth, right in the center of the court. Wickmeyer beaten for power.
1-2. Can't beat location. Location, location, location. Right there, Wickmeyer.
Are you talking about real estate or no, serve?
Well, here too. 36 by 78, location on the court. Produces great dollars in return. There you get the serve.
Yeah, there's the Hawkeye.
She likes that side. She's had 3 lines right there that she's gotten. 2-2. And Wickmeyer choosing to go into the eye of the storm, defying that forehand by Coco Vandeweghe, and gets the best of it.
Yeah, turned out to be a perfect storm for Wickmeyer. She outdueled Vandeweghe toe-to-toe on the forehand. Pretty good effort. Ball's in play, good aggressive footwork. Oftentimes if your opponent hits the ball hard, it's not about hitting hard. It's more about moving your feet, getting the racket to the ball, and that's just what Wickmeyer did there.
3-2 to close it out. And it is long, so Wickmeyer probably not doing what I would say to be great odds on that strategy, but it worked. No. Little drop shot to the forehand of Coco. She sends it long.
It wasn't a great drop shot, and Coco just sailed it over the baseline. So Coco was pretty incensed about making that error, and you understand why. But look at the position. Wickmeyer with 3 straight games, and suddenly the breakers a chance to get back in this thing. And remember, cutting the deficit from, what was it, 5 moments ago. Now it's just 2. Suddenly that last set of tennis is looking a little more nervy.
Coco Vandeweghe trails 3-4.
Yes,
and the big forehand, she had plenty of angle to hit out. She took all of it. 16-14 is the overall score. Big serve serve going wide on Wickmeyer. Coco Vandeweghe now, 2-love, 2-zip.
Yeah, and Coco, who's had kind of a bad run of 3 games here, she's really controlled her emotions well. You know, she's playing a good game is what she needed to do. And they're even on serve, essentially. Okay, so she lost the break advantage, but you don't want to lose another game because of that.
Good job by Coco going wide, taking now a 3-zip lead. And folks, it's going to get interesting. We got men's singles coming up. So it's just going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. World Team Tennis presented by Geico. And Coco had the inside out. She was not able to find the confines, the legal confines of the court, and that went wide. 3-1. Coco's had success with that wide one. Here it comes. Great backhand by Wickmeyer. Got a little bit of a break as that ball hitting the tape slowed it down a little bit for her.
Yeah, and you know, so much of tennis is about space, but it's also about time. And with that time, she was able to find the space.
Her teammates are up on their feet. The crowd here is urging on the local favorite, Coco Vandeweghe. Here comes the big serve. Second serve. Coco misses the backhand down the line. It is 3-3.
Yeah, this game point is also a set point for Wickmeyer and the breakers. So obviously Coco wants to dial up her first serve. She's taking a bit of time, making sure she's ready.
And Wickmeyer's going to make her serve to the ad side. Now, why would she prefer this side here, Lee?
Well, anything to avoid being taken out wide on the deuce. Let's see where she goes with this.
Second serve. Coco crisp inside out, and that produces the win. We're at 4-4, folks. 17-14, the overall game score. Now we go to a 9-point tiebreaker, and Leaf, look at that inside out. She just ripped it, but explain the 9-point tiebreaker.
Yeah, 9-point tiebreaker. Each player gets 2 points until the last player will take the final 3 if needed. But remember, it's the first one to 5. If it gets to 4-all, 1 point to decide it.
And we got a Geico timeout here. And again, it is Andrea Klepacz talking to Yanina Warwick. John Lloyd talking to Coco Vandeweghe. This is just awesome. That's what Wickmeyer bouncing the ball, getting ready here. And this is what makes WTT so much fun. There's so much suspense. You're never out of it. You got to be at the edge of your seat throughout the entire match. And here it is again, 17-14. Coco wants a little live audience here to rise and make a little noise. And Yanina Wickmeyer to serve. Good job by Wickmeyer there, changing the depth of the ball and finally sticking it in the middle.
Yeah, and also, changing the line of attack. She was going into the forehand. I think Coco was liking that. She took that one to the backhand, and she found an error.
1-zip. It goes right down the tee, and Coco goes long with that. So in this 9-point tiebreaker, it is Yanina Wickmeyer now with as it's zip 2, Coco Vandeweghe to serve.
We talked about Coco's first serve, how valuable that is. You can see Wickmeyer, a couple of good first serves there, really helping her cause. You just want to avoid having to hit second serves under pressure. That's where the nerves come in. That's where you find the double faults.
And just missing, got a beautiful serve to set up that backhand, not able to keep it in, no Coco Vandeweghe. It is now zip 3.
Benny, if you get first serves in, you'll never double fault. There's a look at the Hawkeye showing it's wide.
Zip 3, Coco Vandeweghe to serve. '19th in the world is Coco Vandeweghe. And I knew that inside out was going to come right there. Coco just seems to be a little bit behind those balls, Leaf.
Yep, and Wickmeyer is beating her to the punch. She's hitting the ball hard, but she's also hitting it early. Look at where she is. She's inside the baseline. Good things are happening, and she hasn't lost a point yet in this 9-point tiebreak. Remember, first one to 5, so she's got 5 consecutive set points.
Zip 4. And Coco trying to find some answers for herself. It just seemed like she wasn't stepping into that ball, a little bit behind.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about her body having the tendency to be too upright.
Yeah, a little bit. And some of those low balls, it's tough to generate pace down there if you're not down there with the ball, your shoulders, your legs. And you want to get those quads involved. Otherwise, you're using mostly just your arm.
Yanina Wickmeyer to serve. Just needs this game. And goes wide with that serve. And there you have it. It is now just a 2-point difference. 17-15.
San Diego Aviators are in the lead.
And coming up, men's singles to decide this. We'll be back with more right after this.
All right. Still a chance here. It's Willingham. Into the box. Willingham shoots. Goal! That was magic. Willingham tucks it in and puts the championship to bed. Sweet dreams.
As long as soccer players celebrate with a slide, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Pressure. What pressure? The players on the...
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same. Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves. Of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game. And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness
is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
A tennis league built on innovation, passion, and respect moves into the digital video age. For the first time, fans around the globe can stream every match from the World Team Tennis season on our new channel, WTT.tv, completely free. Watch major champions,
incredible point,
and rising stars come together to compete for the coveted King Trophy.
So many great points in this one.
This summer, watch the entire season at WTT.tv, presented by Geico.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
Is your family in need of more quality time together?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Nature is best enjoyed together. So bring the whole family to discover all the bonding and stress-reducing benefits parks and forests have to offer. Visit discovertheforest.org and trade in phone time for family time.
Birds, squirrels, chipmunks, grass, worms, bugs, trees, rocks, and other objects in nature cannot talk. If you'd like to have a conversation while visiting nature, you will need to bring humans along. We strongly recommend starting with your family.
WTT presented by Geico, the 43rd season, and this match has been absolutely scintillating. And there you have the final score, 17-15, Aviators out in front. It's come down to the men's singles, and we're going to get a little lineup change. We thought it was going to be Marcin Matkowski. Instead, it is going to be the man who has been red hot for this team in singles. It is going to be Marcus Willis. And here's the extended play rules. Leaf, take it right here.
That's right. Well, the Aviators are the team that's ahead. So if the leading team, Marcus Willis, wins the set, it's over. If the trailing team, the Breakers, win the set, we go into extended play. They'll try and get to at least a tie before the Aviators win a single game.
The battle of two guys who are not right. They're southpaws. Here it is in the extended play.
Yeah. The extended play continues until the leading team wins one game or the overall score is tied. So first of all, the Breakers and King would have to win this set. Yeah, caught the edge of the line.
Nice inside-out forehand right there by the man from England, Marcus Willis.
Yeah, that was Evan King, put his head to the skies and say, man, that was close to being love too. Instead, it's 1-1.
Not able to clear the Englishman. And Marcus Willis puts it away. And good job right there by Evan King, the man who has more wins than any tennis player in the history of University of Michigan.
I'm a little surprised by the drop shot. I mean, Evan King's one of his best assets is his speed, his ability to get around the court. Not sure you want to offer up that kind of shot in that situation.
2-2. But when you can serve like that, why not? Set him up. Willis coming up with a big, big serve. That's right. The Willis man.
Yeah, and this is where having a great serve can help you play more freely.
Willis trying to go wide on King. Good job right there by Marcus Willis to send King wide with that inside out. And now it is 18-15, the overall score.
It's just such a release of pressure when you can take care of your serve in the opening game. Obviously, you come out there, there's expectation, there's pressure. You have it on yourself, your team, the crowd, and you deliver a service hold. You feel like, okay, I'm in this one now. I've gotten going.
Big Big serve by Evan King, but sends that ball wide. Good job by Willis to send that return nice and deep. Didn't give King much to hit there, Leaf.
Yeah, and King is not a great pace generator. He likes to move and use the pace that's given to him.
See what I mean about Willis's ball? They're all dirty. They're all got different kinds of spin. I don't even know I don't know that he knows what kind of spin that ball is going to have.
You know, Benny, I think that's about being a left-hander. I think left-handed players, you look down the list, Navratilova, McEnroe, they never hit the ball flat. There's always a little bit of something on it, as you would say, dirty.
They're not right. They're not right. They're lefties. And that ball goes long, so great job by Evan King bearing the ball up and keeping it in. King, 2-1. What a shot by Willis, bending that ball around Evan King and getting the winner.
Yeah, it was a pretty good move by King to come forward. The volley was a little bit predictable into the open space, and Willis had time, and he found that little angle cross court.
2-2.
Yeah, that was money.
Just long. See what I mean about those balls breaking? Those are dirty, dirty, dirty balls that Willis keeps sending back towards Evan King. It is 2-3.
Yeah, I think King, when he gets that heavy spinning ball, he's got to hit through it with sort of a flatter swing. If he's going to take it early, he's got to be strong on the contact point.
2-3. Shot by Willis. King tried to do the impossible and failed. Location in the part of Willis.
Yeah, King has the edge in mobility around the court, but Willis right now has got the edge in shot making. Firepower over horsepower.
Evan King has an 82-inch reach. He needed 83. 19-15 now the overall score. Big serve, great touch, great anticipation. Marcus Willis. Second serve. What an inside-out forward! It looked like he was jammed, Leaf. Somehow he's able to generate enough torque, and now we're going to get a Geico timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, that was a brilliant conversion. And again, he's putting the ball on the lines.
And they're showing the Hawkeye here to the fans here at the Omni La Costa Resort. And they're seeing that ball right on the middle of that line.
Yeah, they're not going to have to clean the lines because he's cleaning them tonight. Every ball he touches seems to hit the line.
So this is the way he's been playing all season. It's been for Jim Alt, the general manager of the Aviators. What a surprise this young man has been.
Yeah, and he's made the similar contributions last year and the year before that with the Empire.
2-zip. There you go, 3-zip going wide that time.
3-0.
To the backhand of Evan King. It is now 3-zip. Marcus Willis feeling it.
Here we go.
What a gift by Evan King. Make your opponent hit one more ball and good things can happen.
Yeah, I'm sure Evan is saying, I'm surprised that Marcus didn't hit a line with that forehand. Hasn't found the net too often.
3-1. That ball in. Marcus thought he had one there.
Yeah, King was so quick to cover that serve down the tee. This guy is lightning. Great movement.
Second serve. And the second time he finds the net, something he hasn't done much prior to that. Now we get it on consecutive points. It is 3-3. Remember, he had a 3-1 lead. Another Geico timeout. Time to talk it over.
Yeah, and these can be tricky games when you've just gotten the break of serve, trying to underline it. And King is doing the right thing. He's making Willis play, putting balls in the court. In fact, Willis has made fairly routine errors in this game, which I think he was probably feeling, okay, this game is pretty much mine. Well, you cannot relax. You can't let up. Here we are, deciding point. Willis could use a first serve.
3-3. What a shot! He got the first serve. He got a short shot. And he absolutely just ripped and angled that shot. Unbelievable angle. It is now 20-15, the overall score, as Marcus Willis is rising to the occasion.
That sure is. First serve and the first forehand. Yeah, he launched that ball into space. Careful, careful. Don't knock over your drinks.
20-15 the overall score. It is 3-zip. Aviators. Marcus Willis in front. And King with a big kicking serve to the outside.
Yeah, now that's a more decisive volley. You know, he played one up the line before and he got burned because he didn't do enough with it. And when you've got to do something with those volleys, don't just move it into the corner, hit it.
Hawkeye shows it inside the line. Second serve. Evan King serving. And now all of a sudden King senses the urgency and elevates his level of play.
And again, first serve, first volley, that's going to be effective.
2-zip. And a big kicking serve goes wide to the backhand of Willis, not able to handle it. It's now 3-zip.
Let's hear it for Marcus right here, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Here we go.
Second serve. And big serve by Evan King elevates his game when he needed it and gets that first game in this set against Marcus Willis. Now it is 20-16. Aviators out front. Back with more right after this.
A tennis league built on innovation, passion, and respect moves into the digital video age. For the first time, fans around the globe can stream every match from the World Team Tennis season on our new channel, WTT.tv, completely free. Watch major champions,
incredible point,
and rising stars come together to compete for the coveted King Trophy.
So many great points in this one.
This summer, watch the entire season at WTT.tv, presented by Geico.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same. Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves. Of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Does your family need a break from the daily routine?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. If you or someone you know needs a healthy dose of nature, visit discovertheforest.org and trade in the big screen for the big blue sky by visiting a local park or forest near you.
Hiking, picnicking, swimming, orienteering, climbing, admiring wildlife, or inhaling fresh air may result in heightened creativity, feelings of joy, harmony, satisfaction, and a euphoria that can only be explained as oneness with the natural world. Whoa.
And here's the setting at the Omni La Costa Resort and Spa. It is Marcus Willis serving with a 3-1 lead, 20-16 the overall score. Second serve. You've been slicing points, and finally, Evan King shows you why he is the all-time winner in games at the University of Michigan.
Yeah, this is the kind of tennis he was playing out in Indian Wells. Was winning a lot of matches in the Challenger event. Qualified in the singles there.
Zip one. How's that for court coverage? Evan King covering 2/3 of the earth.
He did do a lot of running there, and you can see he's pretty excited. He shared his excitement with the ball kid. I mean, this is a great kid, Evan King. Plays with effort, makes you beat him. You've got to play good tennis to get balls by this guy.
And Willis, another one. Now, you made a good point, Leaf, at the beginning, saying the fact that what King needs, he needs the other person to go and generate. He can step in. What he doesn't do well is with a counterpuncher.
Yeah.
That's giving him a different slopes, different spins, different angles. Zip three, Willis. Like they're slicing pizza. One slice after another, back and forth, tremendous concentration. And finally, Willis sends it in the net, and King gets the big win.
Yeah, Willis tried to ghost in on that last ball, hoping that King would maybe float it up high. Instead, it was low and out of the middle. And that was an awkward volley for the Brit, who's, well, he lost the advantage, but he is still up 2-3. We're on serve. So a little pressure on King now. Okay, he's back in it, but he's got to take care of his serve. It's not a break until you hold in the next game.
Great shot by Willis. Shows you his shot-making skills. bending that ball out of the reach of Evan King, and that's not easy to do. That ball goes long. Smart play by Evan King, sticking the ball deep and in the middle. 1-1. And guessing right was Marcus Willis. Anticipated that shot, delivered it low. King couldn't handle it.
Yeah, look at this. He almost gave him the I'm not going to try anymore, but he went to his right. The ball was there, and he found a nice two-hander up the line.
1 serving 2. Second serve.
Boy, that's not an easy ball, and he converted it nicely.
Evan King taking his time, bringing that racket way up, and then coming down with it. Tremendous spin on that ball. So it is 2-2. Folks, do you love WTT tennis? What a point for Marcus Willis! Tremendous defensive play and finally an offensive play. He got the point he needed.
I sure did. Again, a combination of defense, turned it into offense.
2 serving 3.
Well, he's had a few big moments in college tennis and in his pro career. King's facing one now.
Second serve. And that got away from Willis. Good kicking serve on the part of King. It is 3-3. Willis here choosing to receive on the deuce side.
Yep, he doesn't want to give the left-handed King that serve out wide in the ad. So he takes it in the deuce.
Great put away, and it was that wide shot by King that set up. Big overhand that puts it away. So we're even, 3-3.
Yeah, what's amazing about this set, this situation right now, let's say King wins the set 5-3. It would be 20 games all. They would go straight into a super tiebreak. If Willis wins the set, remember, he was ahead going into it, the Aviators would win it. So King either has to win this set 5-3 or 5-4. If King wins at 5-4, we would go into extended play, and King would have to win another game or two to get to an even score.
The many settings of WTT tennis for the final chapter. Willis to serve. Big serve by the Englishman. One zip.
Yeah, we've got an Evan King playing tonight for the Orange County Breakers. We've got Kevin King. He's out of Georgia Tech playing for the Philadelphia Freedoms.
Also a 3-time All-American from Georgia Tech. Another big serve, 2 consecutive aces.
And who started this league, Benny? Billie Jean King. There are a lot of Kings in the league. You know, if you have that last name, you get in the league automatically.
You're a wild card. 2-zip. If you serve consecutive aces like Willis, you also get a wild card.
Yeah, but England already has a king. Queen, I guess they've got a future king.
Fault after 2 aces. Willis. Double fault. 2-1. Good. Volley by Evan King, extended himself and placing that ball in the open court.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to watch him play. He's so unlike most of the players these days who play with big swings, lots of pace. He plays with guile, he plays with speed, position, sets up that volley, able to put it into the open court beautifully.
2-2.
Yeah, don't test this man's speed. Marcus, you got to hit that volley. You got to hit it.
You mentioned that before, Leaf. He didn't listen to you. And this time, it seems like this man, Evan King, is just getting stronger and stronger and stronger.
Yeah, you're right.
2-3.
The more running he does, the better he gets.
And again, he tries that drop shot again, and again it doesn't work as Evan King is able to run it down. So now the Breakers 4-3 leading. It is now 19-20.
Amazing, right? So King, if he can hang on to his serve, it would be 20 all. We would go right into the super tiebreak. Remember, that's a 13-point tiebreak. First one to 7. And if it gets to 6 points all, it could come down to a single point. So, can Evan King make it happen?
Here it is. The stage is set. It is up to Evan King to deliver. And Willis wanted to unload on that inside out, and it finds the net instead.
And for the Aviators, Willis, if he can break serve, well, we play a 9-point tiebreaker to decide the singles event. Of course, if King wins that, we go into, I think, extended play. Got to figure out my math, but I know he'd win by 1 game. So, yeah, we'd go into extended play.
Almost an impossible volley converted by Evan King, but not able to get it over the net. Good heavy ball by Marcus Willis. All the players, coaches, everybody now standing up. The suspense. Their teammate, Evan King, trying to deliver for them. 1-1. That ball is out. Evan King calling for the towel, rightfully so. I'm sweating, I'm not even playing. It is a muggy night. And they show the people the Hawkeye, and there you see it.
Yeah, that voice you heard, remember, computer generated. No lines, people.
2-1. Yes, wanting to bend that, got the net, and better to be lucky than good. Marcus Willis somewhat apologizes.
Well, you know, that's a genuine emotion when you raise your fist and go, yeah, this is what you want to do, and then you realize, oh, sorry.
2-2. Evan King serving. Second serve. And that is a double fault. A costly one. Let's see if he can serve his way out of trouble here. 2-3. And here is a Geico timeout. Time to talk it over. See where the opportunity lies for these two players. Rick Leach talking to his player, Evan King. There's John Lloyd talking it up with Marcus Willis.
Yeah, these are such important moments. And I'm sure Coach Leach and Coach Lloyd just, making sure their players are feeling good about things. This has been a great battle, a little back and forth, but it's all coming down to these final moments going to decide it.
2-3, King to serve, Willis to return. And changed up the pace, Evan King threw Willis on that, and it is now 3-3. You ready, folks? Here is Evan King to serve, 3-3. He's going to serve to the deuce side. He double faulted the last time he served to this side. How's that? An ace right down that tee. Evan King delivers.
I mean, that is just an amazing effort, a deciding point. And remember, he was down love 3 in that set. We were thinking the Aviators were going to close it out. Willis was playing good tennis, but King toughs it out, and it's 20 games all, so we will have a super tiebreak.
And I think the change in that match came after Willis started hitting the ball harder and harder, and that's what King seemed to want.
Yeah, King was able to carve into that pace, play with variety, and ultimately, Willis couldn't finish. I mean, King just defends so well. The guy moves like lightning, and he just gets to the ball, makes you beat him, and he comes up with some great plays himself.
And steal brains because of the fact that steely composure. He had a double fault. The previous one was a double fault. He comes back with an ace right down the tee to even it up at 20-20. And we get the coin toss. And John Lloyd won the coin toss.
Yeah, I think John Lloyd is, he's got a master plan here this year for the Aviators. He's got Naomi Brody. She's from Stockport, which is near Manchester. John Lloyd is a Brit, and he's got Marcus Willis, a Brit.
And they're wearing red.
Yeah, and
bright red.
Half the team. It's part of the Union Jack, I'm sure. But it's a good team, and the Breakers are also a very strong team. You can see that, a guy like King comes in and makes a wonderful contribution. This has been a really entertaining match. Two great teams, and it's coming down to one super tiebreak.
And folks, the last 2 years, these two teams have swapped. Being champions, last year it was the Breakers. The year before that, it was the Aviators being the champions of World Team Tennis.
Yeah, and that's an amazing effort to raise the King Trophy. It's a tough 3 weeks of tennis, lots of travel, competitive teams, intense home and away matchups. And look at Evan King is trying to find a comfortable place to enjoy this moment. There's a lot of pressure on this court right now.
For this season, 43 matches, 22 days, and 6 markets. Willis to serve. Second serve. And that time, the little drop shot at the AM/PM worked because it was open. King running from end to end. So in the super tiebreaker is 1-0. Marcus Willis to serve.
Yeah, and I think King played his way back into this match by keeping the ball a little bit deeper. Those short balls, Willis is coming in and attacking with interest. Willis at 1-love.
Beautiful, beautiful volley. Good net worth being displayed by Evan King to even it up. 1-1.
Yeah, that was a sweet move. I'm not sure I've seen any player move as quickly forward as Evan King. I mean, he's got jets on his shoes, and boy, does he get close to the net to volley. Takes time away from his opponent.
And what he does, too, if he maintains that racket head so high, so he's able to come down over that net. It is 1-1. Evan King, the three-time All-American from the University of Michigan, to serve. Beautiful shot by Marcus Willis, almost sensing that King was going to come to the middle. He went down the line.
Yeah, Willis has hit a couple of great passing shots, both on the forehand side up the line, that have really paid off for him in a big way. It's 1-2.
Evan King to serve. And it got away. It got away from Willis at the net. Good job by King to really put a bite on that slice.
Yeah, he really kept it low. And Willis made a good move. You know, I like the move forward. I think it was the right thing to do. Just lost control of the volley.
And we're at 2-2 in this super tiebreaker.
Remember, first one to 7. 13 points in this one. Willis trying to get a handle on some of these tennis balls. He wants to find the two balls that are not as fluffed up. He wants the ones that are nice and worn, that are going to fly through the air quickly.
Both players have won their serves. Great overhead, got the net. A net. King was able to concentrate, send him back, but Willis able to come in and put it away. 3-2 now. Willis out in front with his Aviator team riding on his coattails. Tremendous extension there. Beautiful tee serve right there, Marcus Willis. Man on the spot, man delivers. It is now 2-4, Evan King of the Breakers to serve.
Yeah, the guys will change ends after the 6 points. King will have to tee it up. And again, playing from behind in the score, I think, is a little more pressurized. Andy Murray was asked about that at Wimbledon, and he says, you know, he didn't mind playing, say, behind in the score, serving second in a final set.
There you see the scoreboard here.
Yeah, some guys do. You know, but hey, look at the Breakers, how they made the move. They won the last 3 sets, but the first 2 sets had such a huge difference in games that's why we're in this super tiebreak.
But here, the task at hand for Evan King is just get your serves. Win your serves. He's got 2 serves coming up here. 2 serving 4. And the clock.
Yeah, no, that should be a 25-second
Yeah, and that's
clock.
what he said. It's a little bit longer than I thought it was, and it kept ticking away. So here it is. Here's the setting. 2 serving 4, Evan King to serve. Good inside-out forehand by Evan King. Really opened up the court. Willis not able to bring it back in. 3 serving 4. Evan King to serve. I think the fans are exhausted here. Comes right down the middle. And there you go, 4-4. Just take care of your serves, things are smooth.
That's right. You protect your serve, you got a chance in any match, any game, any tiebreak. But here's the key. Willis will have 2 serves. King, well, he's got the final 3 if needed.
For a call? They're showing the Hawkeye catching the edge of that line. Willis to serve, 4-4. Second serve. Ball exchange at the end of it. It is Evan King getting the point.
Yeah, and Willis has been burned a couple of times in that move. You know, again, good to come forward, but he's not protecting that line. He's gotten caught there a number of times tonight. Boy, Willis needs this point. He needs a first serve.
4-5. Willis to serve. Second. And that return goes long. It is back to 5-5. And again, now King gets to control his serve. It is a very humid night, believe it or not, in Carlsbad, California.
We've had some amazing matches this season. Washington beat New York in a super tiebreak. Francis Tiafoe getting the win for the Castles.
5-5. King to serve. And that time the inside out fails him and it finds the net. And now Willis is looking good. 5 serving 6. Evan King to serve.
Yeah, that was a surprising error. King has been so good about maintaining the margin. Lots of spin. 5-6. This is a match point for the Aviators.
Evan King to serve. Second serve. And it's a double fault, and Marcus Willis delivers it. I'm telling you, the way Marcus Willis has played this year, he might be a candidate for the Forever Most Valuable Player Award to be decided at the end of the season. Marcus Willis with a huge, huge play for his team when they needed it. Marcus Willis delivers.
Yeah, an absolutely huge performance. Willis was really struggling trying to solve Evan King. It was a great match.
And I think if we could sum it up, Evan King used up so much energy to get to where he got there, and all of a sudden, it wasn't there at the end.
Yep, got a little tight right at the end. The serve let him down, but this was really a special moment for the Aviators, a special one for Willis. And John Lloyd saying, hey, buddy, nice job. You've kept us in contention possibly for another King trophy. That's how big that moment was.
And how good is that, though, for this Aviator team to beat the Breakers, their rival, their staunch rivals on consecutive nights.
Yeah.
So that's got to be a huge accomplishment for John Lloyd and his Aviator team. Marcus Willis, again, delivering in grand fashion when he needed to. It was there. He was able to defend against that great serve by Evan King, the tremendous mobility, court coverage that Evan King offered you. And at the end of the day, he was right there to go ahead and cash in and get the win.
Yeah, the huge win. Obviously, the standings. Well, San Diego gets to 5-2. Huge because DC won tonight. They're 5-2. Philadelphia topped the standings at 5-1. So that was a huge win for the Aviators to stay in the race for one of the top 2 spots in the league.
So we'll be back to sum it up for you, but the Aviators come out here winner 21-20. We'll be back.
these Orange County Breakers.
Oh, you're hitting them good, Jay. Have you ever played golf in the snow before?
Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm just going to try to practice for all my life and see what it ends up to. Hopefully I'll be good enough to go to the tour.
Good shot, Big J.
I woke up in Memphis and told people about Geico. How they could save 15% or more, but by just calling or going online to geico.com. Sorry, are you gonna... Every time.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Give me a racket and watch me go. Because I won't come back the same. Sometimes I'll come back with scratches and scrapes.
Or with stories of great shots and close shaves. Of wins for the history books. And of losses I'll never forget.
But watch me smile.
Say good game.
And put my racket away for now, but not for good.
Because I'll have seen what I can do.
And I know greatness is waiting.
Sign up with Net Generation, official youth tennis of the USTA.
Fast-paced family life in need of a slowdown?
Hello, I'm Dr. Spruce. Did you know all those green shapes on maps are parks and forests? It's true. Visit discovertheforest.org and plan to visit a park or forest near you, instead of just wondering what it would have been like.
While the word forest might make you think of distant lands from far, far away, please note parks and forests are closer than you think, which means things like beautiful scenery, fresh air, and family time are also closer than you think.
World Team Tennis has been brought to you by Wilson. Get the best gear in the game. By DecoTurf, official tennis court surface of World Team Tennis and the official surface of the U.S. Open since 1978. By Forevermark. Less than 1% of the world's diamonds are worthy of the Forevermark inscription. Forevermark, a diamond is forever. And by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
WTT presented by Geico, the 43rd season, and that's part of the way that the WTT encourages fan participation. Now they're signing balls for the fans. The players get to meet the fans up here in the stands, part of the great ambience created here by WTT Tennis. The story, 21-20. The Aviators, a home team, beats the Breakers second night in a row. Marcus Willis, you could say this is a candidate for the Forevermark most valuable player. But tell me the inside, Lee.
Well, obviously, Willis delivered in the super tiebreaker. That was the biggest part of it. But look at that. The Breakers played a great match, recovered from having lost 2 sets. They win the final 3 sets, an amazing effort, and they came away with a loss. That's just a little too bad, but that's the nature of team tennis. A couple of moments, and you can lose it. A couple of moments, and you can celebrate a win.
And, folks, that's why you got to keep track of all the points scored, because every single one of them count. So at the end of the day, Lee, it was an absolute pleasure to work with you. We had a great match, probably one of the finest ones of the season so far. So I look forward to working with you again. Again, everybody wins tonight, folks. Great tennis here at the Omni La Costa Resort. For Leaf Sheriff, I'm Benny Ricardo. Good night, everybody.